What's up guys, Thomas from FG Speed, back with another Tech Tip Tuesday, and today we're talking about things to get your car ready for the winter. Winter tires are the first thing on our list, and they are going to give you the most noticeable difference driving around in the winter if you have snow and ice in your area like we do in Iowa. They have a softer rubber compound that's going to do a lot better in colder temperatures, and they have a little grippy bits in the tread pattern. Blizzaks are probably the most popular, one of the most popular, but if you want to save a little bit of money, you can go with the general Ultimac Arctic tires. I've run those before, and they're considerably cheaper, and they work pretty good. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't drive a rear-wheel drive car in the winter. It's definitely doable. You can do it. Just remember, if you do get winter tires, put your all seasons or put your summer tires back on in the spring, or else you're gonna ruin them. I've done that. Another tip when it comes to tires for the winter is to increase the PSI by like 3 to 5 PSI, because when it gets cold, your tires are not going to get as hot when they're moving. So standard in the summertime when your tires are cold is like 32 to 35. So you can increase that by 3 to 5 PSI in the winter months. Plus, if you have winter tires, it'll help responsiveness a little bit because they're a softer compound, so they kind of flex a little bit more. A little bit PSI will help the response in your tires. You're probably not going to be going for lap times in the winter, but it'll help a little bit. My second pick is going to be floor mats. Anything is better than like the factory ones. They're higher and dish more, and they protect more of the car, because I hate getting snow and salt and mud and gross stuff from the winter from my feet into the inside of the car. Plus, if you get a lot of snow, you get a lot of wet carpet, and wet carpet could lead to rusty floor pans, and that's a no-go for me, well, for anybody. So we got 3D Max Powder, we've got WeatherTechs, and we have Husky liners. WeatherTechs are the ones that I run in my car, but I made a comparison video on those three. They're all good, just depends on what you want. I'll link up that video right here. Now, under the hood, you have a few things to check. First, I would check your windshield wiper fluid, make sure you have enough and that it's not going to freeze. Get some stuff that's rated for below freezing temperatures. Also, next to that, you want to check your radiator fluid, make sure you have that and that it's not too watered down. There's little testers you can see, because if it's too watered down, it'll freeze, and that's not good. And then when you're under here, you might as well get check your oil, make sure you have enough, and check if you have enough brake fluid. And if you go to most auto parts stores, you can usually get your battery checked for free to make sure there's enough cold cranking amps, because if it gets really cold, your car won't start. And if your car doesn't start, then you can get the next thing, which is a battery pack. This is the Scosche Power Up 300. It is a 54 milliamp hour battery pack that can charge your phone. It has a little flashlight on here too, but its main purpose is to jump your car, which is very helpful if your car, doesn't start in the middle of the winter. It's rated to be used down to -4 degrees Fahrenheit, so it can get pretty cold and still jump your car. So a very handy thing to have just in case. Now, a helpful tip to prevent your doors from freezing shut when it gets really, really cold is take some WD-40, put it on a rag, and then wipe down the weather rubber door sills. This is going to disperse the waters, hopefully preventing any moisture to get in there and then freezing shut when it gets super cold. So hopefully you don't have to fight your door one morning when it gets below freezing and then you rip your door handle off. Now, something else you can add in the winter months when you're driving through a lot of snow and slush and it's all getting sprayed up off your car when you're moving are some mud flaps. These ones are from Rock Blocks. You saw them right behind here on your fender wells. We've got some Rock Blocks. These are a lot stiffer. We've also got them from Rally Armor, which are a little bit more flexible. We also have OEM options available too that they don't stand out clearly as much and kind of gets a little more seamless look if you don't want to be as loud with the big mud flaps. Now, if you want to protect your paint from all the kind of harsh salt, slush stuff, all the winter stuff that's on the road, you can get some Jetseal. This is a sealant that goes over your paint. It's kind of like a little shield. It'll make all that stuff come off a lot easier when you go and wash your car, so it's not going to stay and embed into the paint as easy. It's kind of like RainX, but for your paint, so water's going to kind of bead right off of it. So it'll kind of help prevent your car from getting as dirty and make it easier to clean, especially if you have a car like this that has fresh, nice paint. You don't want to ruin it. Now, speaking of RainX, that's another good thing to add to your windshield, but if you have trash wiper blades, you're just going to be smearing crap around if it gets on your windshield, especially if you're like driving at speed on the highway and somebody in front of you splashes a bunch of crap on your windshield and you just basically smear it and paint your windshield. You can't see crap. It's kind of dangerous. So we're adding these to our website soon. If you want to pick them up, your wiper blades are trash, you can fix it now. Next up, we have dash cams, and this is really for if something really wrong happens. Now you have proof that it wasn't your fault, or someone slides into you, like skips a stoplight, or like couldn't stop in time, it was icy. Like, now you have footage of it. We got some from Blackview, we've got some from Nextbase. The Nextbase ones are a little bit more affordable. They have touchscreens, Alexas and stuff. You'll have to research to kind of decide which one you want to do. The Nextbase ones do have a driver faced camera if you want that as well. Blackview has a front facing and rear facing, like from the trunk. If you happen to step the rear out on accident or maybe on purpose, now you're gonna have footage of that from your dash cam, and you can show all your buddies how cool of a drift king you are. And speaking of drift king, the last item on the list is going to be a drift button. They're really cheap, they're really easy to install. And just in case you want to get a little rowdy, you just rip the e-brake, because this allows you to not have the thing stick up. So now you can use your e-brake, rip it like a drift king, and go a little bit of sideways in maybe a snowy parking lot. All the links that I talked about in this video are going to be down in the description in case you want to pick any of these up for your car this winter. And the last thing I have for you guys is I noticed that there's a considerable amount of you guys that are not subscribed. So if you watch these videos and any of them are helpful or you enjoy them, consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. Okay, goodbye. Seals, the rubber weather seals. Rubber weather seals. What the? Rubber weather seals.